Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be going through JavaScript operators. Here's the agenda, from assignment operators to relational operators. Before we get into JavaScript operators, let's understand what an expression is. An expression is any valid combination of values, variables, and operators that programming language can evaluate to a single value. And an operator is a symbol that tells what action to perform. What is JavaScript operators? JavaScript operators are the symbols or keywords used to perform operations on values and variables. They are used to perform mathematical and logical computations. Let's go through all the operators one by one. First is assignment operators. An assignment operator assigns a value to its left operand based on the value of its right operand. In simple terms, the right side is evaluated first, and the result is stored in the variable on the left. The table shows the list of assignment operator with examples. The first one is simple assignment x equals y. It means assign the value of y to x. We have seen one assignment operator already where x equals y. Likewise, every binary arithmetic operator has a corresponding assignment operator to write a shorter piece of code. The addition assignment plus equals operator performs addition, which is either numeric addition or string concatenation, on the two operands, and assigns the result to the left operand. For example, x plus equals y means x equals x plus y, and x double star equals y means x equals x double star y, x to the power of y. Similarly, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder/modulus assignment, minus equals operator, performs the operations on the two operands and assigns the result to the left operand. The shorthand examples just makes code shorter and clearer. Comparison operators. We often need to compare values when programming, and comparison operators are used to do it. You can use comparison operators to compare two numbers or two strings. Comparison operators always return a Boolean, a value that's true or false. Equality. The equality operator can be used to check if two values are equal to each other. Most programming languages use the double equals operator, equals equals, to check for equality. For example, if we wanted to know if the variable answer is 42, we could write answer equals 42. This would return true if the answer was 42 and false if it wasn't. Why double equals and not a single equals sign? Well, remember back in the previous slide, we learned that the single equals sign was used for assignment. This means that the following code will assign the value of 42 to the variable. Answer, rather than check if they are equal. We can check if two values are not equal using the inequality operator. Strict equality, which is represented by three equals, compares the data types as well as their values, and returns true only if type and value are identical. It's recommended to use strict equality in your programs to avoid confusions caused by data types. In the similar manner, strict inequality, greater than, or equal to, lesser than, or equal to compares and returns true or false based on the values compared. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators can be used to perform operations with numbers. Most of these operations will feel very natural to you because they are the basic mathematics you will have come across earlier in life already. Addition in JavaScript is very simple. We use plus for this operation. In this example, if x is 10 and y is 20, we'll get the output as 30. However, this operator can also come in very handy for concatenating strings. We'll check that later. Similarly, dash, asterisk, and a forward slash is used to do subtraction, multiplication, and division. Modulus is the operation in which you determine how much is left after dividing a number by another number in its entirety. The amount of times the number candid in the other number does not matter here. The outcome will be the remainder, or what is left over. The character we use for this operation is the percent character. Exponentiation means raising a certain base number to the power of the exponent in the example, x to the power of y. This can be read as x to the power of y. The last two operators of our arithmetic operator section are probably new to you, if you are new to programming, or only familiar with another programming language. These are the increment and decrement operators. We only need one operand for these operators, and therefore we also call them unary operators. And operands are subject to the operator. So if we say x plus y, x and y are operands. If we see x plus plus, we can read this as x equals x plus 1. The same is true for the decrement operators. X minus minus can be read as x equals x minus 1. We can have the increment operator after the operand, x plus plus, in which case we call this the postfix unary operator. We can also have it before plus x, which is the prefix unary operator. The postfix gets executed after sending the variable through, and then after that, the operation gets executed. The prefix gets executed before sending the variable through, and often this is the one you will need. Logical operators. Whenever you want to check two conditions in one, or you need to negate a condition, the logical operators comes in handy. And, or, and not are logical operators. The first one is and. If you want to check whether x is greater than y and y is greater than z, you would need to be able to combine two expressions. This can be done with the ampersand operator. It will only return true if both expressions are true. If you want to get true if either one of the expressions is true, you use OR operator. The operator for this is double pipe. These pipes are used to see if either one of these two is true, in which case the whole expression evaluates to true. In some cases, you will have to negate a Boolean. This will make it the opposite value. It can be done with the exclamation mark, which in an expression is read as not. Bitwise operators. There are 7 bitwise operators: ampersand, vertical bar, caret, tilde, right shift, left shift, and right shift, right shift. These operators convert their operands to integers, truncating any floating point towards 0, and perform the specified bitwise operation on them. The logical bitwise operators, ampersand e, vertical bar, and caret, perform the and I or and XOR on each individual bit and provides the return value. The tilde, not operator, inverts all bits within an integer and usually appears in combination with the logical bitwise operators. 2 bit shift operators, right shift, left shift, move the bits in one direction that left shift, move the bits in one direction that has a similar effect to multiplying or dividing by a power of 2. The final bit shift operator, right shift, operates the same way, but does not preserve the sign bit when shifting. These operators are kept for parity with the related programming languages, but are unlikely to be used in most JavaScript programs. BigInt. BigInt is a built-in numeric data type in JavaScript that allows representing integers with arbitrary precision, exceeding the maximum safe integer limit of 2 to the power of 53 minus 1 for standard numbers. BigInt operators allow calculations with numbers beyond the safe integer range in JavaScript, which includes all integers from minus open parenthesis 2 to the power of 53 minus 1, close parenthesis to plus open parenthesis 2 to the power of 53 minus 1, close parenthesis. It is essential for handling large-scale calculations, such as high-precision financial data or unique IDs. BigInt can either be created by appending n to an integer, for example 10n, or calling the BigInt open parenthesis, close parenthesis string operator. The concatenation operator, plus, concatenates 2 string values together, returning another string that is the union of the 2 operand strings. In the example, Both the string will concatenate to a single string. Hello world. Ternary operator. The ternary operator is an abbreviation of if statement. First, it evaluates the part before the question mark. Then, if true, the part between the question mark and the colon is evaluated and returned, else the part behind the colon. In this example, it checks if marks is greater than 70. It is greater, so it will print passed as the output. Comma operator. Comma operator mainly evaluates its operands from left to right sequentially and returns the value of the rightmost operand. In this example, it reads 2, 3, and 4, and assigns 4 to x, so the output will be 4. Relational operators. In JavaScript, the in and instance of operators are used to check relationships within objects and classes. The in operator checks whether a property exists in an object or an index exists in an array. The instance of operator checks whether an object is an instance of a specific class or constructor. Both operators return a Boolean value, true or false, based on the result of the check. In this example, fruits is an array. The in operator checks if the index 1 exists in fruits array. It does exists, so it'll print true. Instance of operator checks if fruits is an array. It is, so it'll print true. If it was fruits instance of string, it'll print false. Let's have a quick quiz. What is the output of this? 3 equals 3. Answer: false, because strict equality compares both the data type and its value. What is the output of this? Let x equals false. Console.log !x. Answer: true, because exclamation mark is a logical not operator which will negate the value of x. And that's it for today's video on JavaScript operators. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more coding concepts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.